Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we got a video of the new Psychic deck. I've loved Psychic since the Duelist Genesis, and I've always wanted to make them pro, and thank you for Extreme Victory for helping me do that. So we'll get straight into the deck list. It's a pretty good deck, actually. Let me rephrase that, it's actually an amazing deck. Biggest weakness is probably Effect Veiler. Yeah. So we'll get through the deck list. 3 Tacturn Priest. His effect is discard 1 card to remove from play 1 psychic monster in your graveyard. When this card is removed from the field, you special summon the monster you remove with its effect. It's a Summoner Monk. When it's normal summon, it goes normal summoner flip because defense position. That's 0 attack, 2100 defense. I'm thinking of trying a Debris Dragon because you can bring him out with it and go into Black Rose or whatever because he does have 0 attack and he's a level 3. So. But I do not run a Debris in this build. 3 Serene Psychic Witch. She's amazing. She's like your Missy Tomato on crack. 1400 attack, 1200 defense. She is a small beater. She can also be brought out with Overdrive Teleporter. When she's destroyed by any way, so say if you set her in a torrential, you flip it, you still get her effect. You select 1 psychic monster in your deck with 2000 or less attack, which is like mostly every monster in the deck besides 1. And you remove it from play, and then during your next standby phase, you just summon it, so you can get your Mind Master or your Psy-Girl, because Psy-Girl's effect is pretty amazing. If you're watching this video, you should know what Psy-Girl does, but I'll still explain it. 2 Human Psychic Borgs, 25 beat stick when you remove 2, and then it helps you use Feel Zone and stuff like that. So it helps a lot, and it's a level 4 that lets you go into whatever you really need. 2 Commanders, really an overdrive target, and your level 3 Earth. 2 Psy-Girl, she's amazing. Special summon from play, take the top card of your deck, remove it from play, face down. When she's removed from the field, you add the card to your hand, so it's kind of like drawing 1 card. So, and there's so many ways to special summon her from play, it's not even funny. 2 Dr. Cranium. I don't have a Dr. Cranium. The only thing I'm proxying the whole freaking deck, I don't have a common Dr. Cranium. If you're willing to, if we're trading me, you have a Dr. Cranium, throw it in. It's like a 2-cent common, and I have so much stuff I have to look through, I just can't find one. So yeah, he's amazing. With him and Mind Master, you go into Formula Synchron. He also searches out your Overdrive Teleporter to your hand. So yeah, he's very helpful. 1 Overdrive, self-explanatory. I only run 1 because yeah, you really don't need more than 1. What the hell is up with my sleeve? Sorry, I'm just figuring out why my sleeves are broken. But yeah, Sacrifice, special summon Psy Priest and Psychic Commander. Activate Priest effect, remove the Psy-Girl, sync for 6. Psy-Girl comes to play, remove the top card of your deck, sync her for 8, then add that card to your hand. It's pretty good. Sorry, my gay mom's friend and my mom are whatever watching TV in the background. They're being really loud. But when Mind Master uses to run under the deck, activate his effect, and you can really run through your entire deck, getting anything you need, and it lets you abuse every one of your monster's effects. Then 2 Pot of Avarice. You run through your monsters so much that if you didn't run a Pot of Avarice, you would actually run out all of your every single monster you have really runs through the deck. You probably have about 2 monsters left in your deck once you're done. So this lets you, if you need to, say they screw up, like they clear your field somehow, this lets you get your resources back, and it lets you pull off the Psychic Mind Master and Cleric's effect. I don't know if I called him Psychic Tacturn Priest, but yeah, his name is Hush Psychic Cleric. My bad for that. 2 MST, because Necro Valley really fucks your couch. Also, Necro Valley, Imperial Iron Wall, stuff like that. MST just takes care of a lot. 2 Feel Zone. I was running 3, but I figured 2 was better. I forgot it because I forgot to special summon it in defense position. Still a great card because it lets you sync with anything, but just because it special summons in defense position, I don't really have all that removed at one time. Most max I have 3 removed maybe at a time, and then they're gone within a play. 2 Miracle Synchro Fusion, amazing card, helps you get stuff from play, and then summons a 20-night beater. When that it swings, you gain attack with the monster you kill, and they can't destroy card effects. So they Dark Hole, they still 29 beater, anything like that. E-Teleport, kind of obvious, or summon anything level 3 or lower from your deck. Hold on. Alright, sorry, my computer like blacked out for a second. I don't really have to go through that. Well, I don't have to go through these. It's obvious. 1 for 1, even though you only, well, you run 3 targets, so it's worth running the 1 for 1. This card is amazingly broken. It's not even funny. I've test-handed it, or I've played this deck with Tech Genis Hyper Librarian. And this card is just overly broken. You can go 2 Hyper Librarians, then you go with your Mind Master and your Dr. Cranium, go and do Formula Synchron, draw 3 cards, and you draw into this, and you just go, okay, activate Special Summon the Mind Master, and the do it again. You can either go into a Formula again and draw 3 more cards, or you can activate his effect and go activate his effect and go off again, and then you can go into Halberd Cannon or Shooting Quasar Dragon. So yeah, last card, just book them in. 2 Dust Tornado, like I said. Imperial Iron Wall is a bitch, so is Necro Valley. Gets them off the field, and you do whatever you need. 2 Mind Over Matter. You always have a Psychic monster on the field, so this card's really amazing. It lets you run a 3rd Solemn. I would switch these out for Solemn Warnings, but I don't have any at the time. If you guys have Solemn Warnings or willing to trade them, I'll have a trade binder coming up soon, because I really need warnings. You would not run Duality in this deck, ever. So, yeah, but if you have Dualities, I'll still throw out my trade binder, because Duality is a Duality. Deep Prison for protection, because the deck's not always run over your opponent. Judgment and Mirror Force. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's get to the extra deck. It's not complete. This is actually a deck that's really, really hard to think of what you're supposed to do in your extra deck. I have 1 Formula Synchron. I only have 1. I need a second one badly. So if you guys have a second Formula Synchron, I also need a Halberd Cannon, the new one from Extreme Victory. So yeah, I'm willing to trade for one of them too. 2 Magical Androids. I'd keep 1 and then swap this one and another one out for, or switch this out for a Tech Genis Hyper Librarians, because I need 2 because they're amazingly broken. But yes, right now I just have 2 Magical Android, 2 Psychic Nightmare. This card is pretty broken. Lets you look at a card in your hand, or your opponent's hand, so it helps you know what's coming, and then also he gains 1,000 attacks, so he goes to a 34 beat stick until your opponent's end phase, which is also a pretty good thing, because then on your opponent's turn he doesn't go back to 24. He actually stays at 34, so it's harder to run over, or it makes your opponent waste their smashing ground or whatever. 1 life transfer, because I do field zone her a lot, and then she does have 2,000 defense, which is pretty broken. And if I just do Synchro into her, I can still use her effect and gain 1,200 life points, because you do pay a good amount of life points for my Master in this deck. 1 Black Horse Dragon, blow the field just in case you have to. Landois. I need a Beast and a Barkion, that's the other thing. I need Beast, Barkion, and Halberd Cannon. Of the 3 Syncers. And Beast, Barkion, Halberd Cannon, Formula Synchron. But I'm running the deck right now with what I have, so 1 Landois, 1 Stardust, 1 Thought Ruler, of course, 1 Hyper Psychic Blaster. I like him better than Over Archfiend, because the deck moves so fast that you're not going to really get removed from play like 6 or 7, or actually, not 6 or 7, but like 4 or 5 Psychic monsters, so when Over Archfiend dies, or whatever, you special summon the 5, it's really only, you know, summon, attack, Deep Prison. Well, you know, you just remove 1 for nothing. At least this guy, he has Pierce, so say you're running into a Spirit Reaper, it's just like, oh shit, you just took 2,800 damage, and I gained 2,800, so he's really good, and I like that he takes 1 tuner and 1 more non-tuner, because I can really do 9 with Psychic Commander and Overdrive. Mistworm, you never know when you need the big plays with Mistworm to bounce to Raikou or your back row or whatever, so Mistworm's always a good play. 1 Trishula. I like both of these, but I do not know which one to run over, because they both have their own things, but I think I'm going to run Mistworm over Trishula right now. Depending, I'd probably take both of them out, because the deck really doesn't need them, but I'd take them out for a Halberd Cannon and a Beast or a Barkion. And then to finish it up, I have 2 Ultimate Axon Kickers. They're the Miracle Synchro Fusion target. This card is amazingly broken. 2,900 attack, can't be destroyed by card effects, by any sort of card effect at all. Raikou doesn't do anything against it. 2,900 attack, so it gets over, you know, Stardust and whatever. And if it kills a monster by battle, it gains its attack, and you gain the attack of the monster and life points. So yeah, that's my deck. if you like it, comment, help me with it. I'm still working on the kinks out of it. Think that something else would be better in it. If you have anything for the deck, I would really accept the being with the help, I guess. So just make sure you comment, thumbs up the video, subscribe. We're gonna have more stuff. We're trying to make Team Oshalion big. It's our new team, and we're trying to be out there, just make trading happy, make people happy with our trades, make people happy with our videos, do our best to really take the YouTube community up. So yeah, we'll do the best we can with that. We'll have more videos up. I'll put a binder video up soon. I'll also put my alien deck up soon. I'm actually looking for a good amount of help on that too, but I've figured out probably the best way to run it as I can right now. But yeah, so I'll stop blabbering and wasting your time. So yeah, subscribe, rate, comment, thumbs up, and yeah, we'll see you in more videos later, guys. Thanks.